Hello and welcome to Roadrunner Predictions. Today's games we're going over two to start. We have Wisconsin and Ohio State, and we have Oklahoma and K-State. I'm looking to maybe get another video in here if I can for the two main games later today. I already have some of the process started, but I'll see if I get there. I'm going to go over the picks real quick, tell you about right up front, and then we're going to go from there. We're taking Wisconsin plus 14.5. And we're taking the Oklahoma at 23.5, which is a crazy spread. But I would have been on K-State, but I had to reconfigure. So now I got the picks out of the way. And before I break down the game, last night we had the over at 64.5. And just what makes it weird was I couldn't find out where they get this number from, because you go to points allowed and points per game that they've been put up for the season, and you gain a 7.5 point value on the under. And we know from last two times, since I've been doing this YouTube channel, that every time we've done that, we've been bitten the two times. So this time we went against the grain and we said, okay, I don't know where this 7.5 point value is on the under, and we said, no, we're going with the over. And what do you know? It hits, and it hit pretty good, pretty easy cover. I just think it's really odd. I even was going through a program history between the two teams, and I do not know where they are getting this number from. I wish I did, so I could help use it as a formula, but as of now, anything over 6 point value on over-under, I'm going to start going against the grain, just temporarily. I'm sure that can change too, or moves and motions, but right now we're taking that. Let's go ahead and break down today's today's teams. Let's start with number 13, Wisconsin, 6-1, headed to number 3, Ohio State. Spread, Ohio State is 14.5 favorite. Over under is 49. Oh, excuse me. My pick is Wisconsin plus 14.5. Here's why I did that in the breakdown after I get the stats here. Wisconsin, 0 national championships and 14 conference titles, 2 Heisman. Ohio State has 8 national championships, 37 conference champions, and 7 Heisman. The weather is 52 degrees with heavy rain and estimated from 12 to 15 mile per hour winds. And this alone is the reason why we're taking Wisconsin plus the points. Well, this and one other notion. The two teams, who have they played that's above 500? Wisconsin's played 3 teams above 500, and Ohio State has played 4. Strength of schedule, Wisconsin's number 26, Ohio State is number 12. Yards of play for Wisconsin 6.1 to Ohio State 6.2. Wisconsin rushes the ball 63% of the time, passes 37. Ohio State University rushes 61%, passes 39%. Completion percentage for Wisconsin is 77 to 71 for Ohio State. Third down conversion is 52 for Wisconsin, and it's 56 for Ohio State. On the road ratings for Wisconsin is number 11, and Ohio State is number 1 at home. They're also number 1 on the road, as we know from previous video, and they still are. The stat still holds. So I go into the university's papers and videos and interview Paul Chris, Wisconsin's head coach. Sorry, Paul Chris. I said his name wrong. Well, Wisconsin's head coach, and to get a feel of what the atmosphere is of the game. Ohio State is very confident that they got this game at they're averaging about 35 to 10, 35-10, 30 to 15. No, it's more than that, because all 3 of these guys' predictions, and these guys are a local news source in Ohio State. I don't know them from Adam. I never heard them pick or anything, but I'm just getting a feel of the atmosphere from reading the articles. And then I went to Madison's newspaper and found an article about They went over each category to who has the edge, and Ohio State had the edge in everything. But in the coaching, they gave themselves a neutral. Like it could be a pick 'em between the coaching. So Wisconsin's very, very proud of their coaches, and they should be. I mean, they went down recruiting levels too, and Ohio State obviously has the recruits advantage over anyone in the Big Ten. They've been almost in the whole United States. They've been the top tier program for so long in the Big Ten, and everyone else is trying to catch up, including Michigan, Michigan State, and everyone else in there. The feeling is kind of the same. Wisconsin knows it's going to be a rough game, so why did I come up with my theory of this game? It's supposed to start raining here at 9 o'clock. I did a game previously where it wasn't supposed to rain for the next day, so we had a 20-hour margin of time for when it's supposed to rain. It started raining during the game. I'm like, God, these guys are worse than sports pickers, like weathermen are. It's what a joke. So I was pretty upset with that because I think buffed our or I nerfed our over, so we lost that game. But I mean, it is what it is. This rain is supposed to be heavy rain. They're talking like almost 2 inches, but it's not all supposed to happen during the game. But it's literally supposed to start raining here in just a few hours, around 10 o'clock in there, and the game's at 11. Heavy rain, the wind. I pulled up wind charts on effects of football, and I found out that anything over 12 to 15 miles per hour, that's a sweet range of when the ball actually you can literally take off a touchdown for a 12 to 15 point on an over under on average game of a team. So the under might look even more and more appealing as the game goes on. But who knows? You're talking about a team that still has to prove stuff, and they're going to come out swinging, and they would love to run over Wisconsin. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on Wisconsin from the Illinois game. I heard a crazy stat since 2006. This is just absurd one, and Nebraska falls in this category too. And I didn't hear it from Nebraska source as a Nebraska fan. Any team that's gone on was a favorite that loses the game, and then has a bye week, and then comes back to play, and is a dog again. They've gone 1-10. It's like really crazy. So I think that alone is what people. Once you start hearing the stats, it's kind of like stocks. Once you start hearing the stats from your neighbor, don't even touch it. The play's already gone. You already missed the run. Now you're only buying at the top, and the value is not there. The bottom can fall at any time. And that's the feeling I get in this game. Guys, Wisconsin's still going to play tough. They threw 2 interceptions that turned into 2 touchdowns by Illinois. Illinois did their job. They did better than their job, honestly. I like these Wisconsin boys. They know what they're doing. And in the rain, Wisconsin's run game is still going to happen. It might not happen to the full effect, but it should happen enough. And with over a 50% third down conversion rating and the 77 completion, I just like it. And that's my take on Wisconsin and Ohio State. Now let's go ahead and go into number 5, Oklahoma, at number 46, K-State. Let's go points per game. Oklahoma averages 50.4 to K-State is 30.2. Add them up together, you get 80.6. Points allowed for Oklahoma is 19.4 to 18.7. Guys, add those together is 38.1. That's a difference of 42.5 from the points they scored to their opponents. Like, how do you call? I've never seen a gap like that. That's insane. The spread is at Oklahoma is favored 23.5. The over/under is at 58.5. Our pick today is Oklahoma at 23.5, and I'll go into more details. Originally, I really like the K-State line here, but the weather's not going to be enough to affect anything, and K-State's dealing with some injuries, and unfortunately, this K-State team is tough, and I went to go write them earlier this year on a game for some big money, but the casino system was down. So no one was able to get any 11 o'clock bets in. It was pretty stupid. I even went to the neighboring casino and still wasn't able to get the line in. And a little upsetting, especially when what you thought was going to happen happens. And it was against Mississippi State. Mississippi State was favored 7 points, and I was like, K-State's the better team here. So I definitely was going to have some money line action for a 7 point game, which is I think plus 240 or 280. So I definitely would have killed it with also the spread too to help hedge a bit. The weather is 48 degrees at 11 when the game starts, and it's going to get up to like 58. So beautiful sunny weather. So I'm not looking for weather to be a factor, and that's what scares me with Oklahoma, because Oklahoma still has to prove they're number 5 on ESPN's. They still have to prove they have to get in that Final Four spot. So these teams just got to go out there and slay, and I think slay they will, especially in this nice weather with the big plays they're able to make over the top. And K-State's dealing with some injuries. Strength of schedule. Oh, sorry. Let's go. Teams above 500. Oklahoma has played 1. K-State has played 3. Let's go into strength of schedule now. Oklahoma number 39 to K-State, let's say 48. Yards of play. Oklahoma 9.3 to K-State 5.1. 9.3 yards a play to 5.1. I'm sorry, that's comical. That's almost a first down. Oh, a first down. Okay, let's just run it. Let's get a first down. Let's just pass it. We'll get a first down. It's just crazy. I know they're in the Big 12, but still, it's just funny. Rush percent, Oklahoma rushes the ball 57% and passes 43. K-State rushes 60%, passes 40. It would take a full healthy roster team for K-State and crap weather for me to take these points, and we're not getting any more of those. So that's what my decision was based off. Completion percentage 71% for Oklahoma. K-State's just 58%. And then third down conversions 43 for Oklahoma to K-State. It's just 33. Yep. Look for these runs or K-State being forced to throw the ball and Oklahoma making the difference of it. On the road rating, we have K-State is number 43 at home, and Oklahoma is number 4 on the road. So they're just able to go into teams and annihilate them. K-State's running back Jordan Brown and wide receiver Phillip Brooks are out. And that's just a killer. Looking into the newspapers between both programs, basically K-State's saying, "Dear God, save us." They're talking about how this offense is like a record-setting offense, and they've never seen anything of it, and they're really relying on their defensive coordinator to make a play on this game, and he's looking forward to the challenge. Not buying it. I mean, I'm sure he is looking forward to the challenge, but he's also like, when they're flat out telling you, yeah, we're not going to be able to stop him. They're talking about how many plays they had. They're number 2 in the country for big plays in this article, and it's pretty funny. They're basically just kissing Oklahoma's butt, and for good reason. They are that good, and like I said, if between them having something to prove to get into that Final Four spot, because they need to be in there, and the nice weather and the injuries to K-State, all 3 is a no-go for me. That's why we're taking Oklahoma at 23.5 against a good K-State team. Thank you for watching. Disagree, give me a thumbs down. You like it? Give me one of those up. Thank you.